Leo, hello there, my friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as you can see, we are in the season spirit once again. I'm dressed as a sunflower for you and all the other fire signs, but we're going to get it going right away with a couple of oracle cards here. I really do hope you like having your cards read by a man sunflower. So let's get it going here for the beautiful Leo collective. See what we got for my friends, my God Spirit team, early October. And we're just going to look at these cards real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And as usual, at the end, I'll pull you that bonus spread to see what you need to hear from the universe with the Starseed Oracle. So there are many things for us to think about and deconstruct. Let's get it going though here. What do we have for Leo, please? Early October. What oracle messages do we have for the beautiful Leos? Okay. And also, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Interesting, both of these cards popped out at the same time, and we have this Queen of Cups, but this big action card showing up. So we're going to deconstruct this and talk about it real quick before we get into the tarot reading itself. This first one, I always call her the Queen of Cups because she just reminds me of it. She has a similar feeling. Could represent a prominent water sign in your life, with especially showing up as an oracle card. But aside from that, it is an extremely feminine, motherly, caring type of vibe and energy. It can also be someone that is feeling something in a very strong way, but they have not yet stated it. They haven't shared it, because she's usually shown with a cup close to the vest. So I think of someone that feels strongly, but isn't sharing it with the world. So you might have some very powerful internal feelings in this time. Okay, but we're going to move over to the next card. It'd be interesting if the Queen of Cups shows up in the reading itself, but the second card is action based. This is somebody that wants movement. This is somebody that wants something to change. Notice that strong, powerful feminine figure pointing off in a specific direction. So there might be a way you're wanting to move towards, a way you're wanting to go, something you're wanting to attain, but this is movement based, and it could have little undertones to plans. I'm not going to go there just yet. We're going to get into tarot now. Interesting way to start with these strong feminine energies, but we'll get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. Let's see what's going on for the beautiful Leos, please, in early October. What do we got for my friends? Now, we've had an interesting few weeks. I mean, every Leo reading is usually layered and interesting to break down, but last week's reading was titled Doors Are Opening. So there could be a lot of things changing for you in a good way. A lot of possible opportunities in the pipeline. I really like that type of energy. But the week before that, it was titled A Serious Message. So somebody being a little stern in their ways. Serious, whether it's dealing with other people or how they're viewing a situation. So we'll see what we have this week. It's been a mixed bag in recent times, but hopefully we got some goodness here, especially from the sunflower. What do we got for Leo, please? Let's get these 3 cards out. All right, that card did like a little kickflip out of my hand. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So initially with the Oracle cards and now her, we're getting flooded with very strong, powerful, divine feminine energy and a lot of different aspects of it. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have 10 of Swords. There might be a warning attached to this reading, but you know me, I'm an optimist and I don't feel like that sinks the reading whatsoever. That could be something still showing up. And we have the Hermit here on the back end. So interesting, just like the Aries reading, the cap ends of this spread are earthy types of vibes. And we'll go through it one by one. I'll give you some of the meanings and archetypes classically of these cards. Then we'll get into the juicier intuitive stuff. And it's important to remember that this could represent people around you as well. But in position number 1, we have the Queen of Pentacles that could represent an earth sign in your life, of course. And I see her as very similar to the Empress in her ways. This could be very fruitful, very stable, someone who is grounded, solidified, loving, caring, nurturing once again, but this could be an energy of blessings and abundance that are coming in. So we have an interesting dichotomy of energies with her right next to the 10 of Swords. So we're going to have to dig into this a little further, but this could be a good omen of things to come, especially with the reading we had last week. Okay, so moving into the center of the spread, we have the 10 of Swords. It's one of the most feared tarot cards. And you know, around here, we don't fear any tarot cards. They all have positives and negatives. But the 10 of Swords generally could speak about endings. It could speak about accidents. It could talk about betrayals. It could even just be pain, someone feeling down in the dumps. So you might be tied to someone who's hurting quite a bit. But there could be warnings attached to this when we clarify it. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm not going to dwell on this energy. It is what it is, and we will dig more detail out of it. Hopefully you're not hurting. about anything. Hopefully you're not, but we'll see what's up. And right here on the back end, we have our good friend, the Hermit card. If you watched any of the Earth readings last week, I had my Hermit costume on. I enjoyed dressing up as him. And it could represent a Virgo in your life. Some of you might be on the cusp of Virgo, but I love the energy of this guy because it represents wisdom. Someone who's been through things like the Ten of Swords, who's been through a few Ten of Swords moments and has gleaned some wisdom out of that. You might be going within, doing a little soul searching, or the universe could be asking you to do that. Aside from that, he could represent someone going through the dark night of the soul where the universe just sets up challenge after challenge after challenge and you have to overcome it to pull those spiritual gifts out of it. Okay, this could also be somebody in hermit mode as well, like literally wanting to be by themselves, a little peace and quiet, just like lock themselves away. Might need some communication. You might need some companionship when we see the hermit. But with all that being said, we're going to dive deeper now. We're going to jump in and clarify. So let's shuffle it up one more time for the beautiful Leos here. We're going to see what we got going on for my friends. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Queen of Pentacles. If you know how to read tarot, that's why this box is here, so you could play along. Please feel free to share any of your musings or any messages you feel. You could share it down below. So let's see what's up with this Queen of Pentacles. Why is she here for Leo? Hopefully it's good. What do we got for this Queen of Pentacles? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I see some emotional stability here. We have the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups without the beard, showing up in reverse. That's another costume I had last week. All my costumes are showing up in this spread. But the King of Cups, once again, the water sign vibes. We had that Queen of Cups in the Oracle cards in the beginning. But when I see him, if it doesn't represent love situations, a lot of you might be in the mode where you're like, all right, now's not the time for love. Obviously not every Leo, but some of you might be in that mode, like, you're okay in this Empress and Queen of Pentacles energy. And I also feel the vibe of emotional stability coming in. So if you've been through a Ten of Swords recently, or you've been dealing with a Ten of Swords moment that you're trying to heal from, this represents emotional stability coming your way, and I really like it. If it doesn't represent two people, because when we have a king and queen, regardless of the suit, that can speak about interpersonal relationships, soulmates, twin flames, and the like. But yeah, with him showing up in reverse, you're going to have to watch out for emotional roller coasters as well, if none of those other messages have hit. I'm feeling a lot of things off this front end. So I'll put it down for now. We'll keep moving into this Ten of Swords here. Watch out for emotional roller coasters, feeling up and down, up and down. So let's see what's up here with this Ten of Swords for the beautiful Leos. Why is the Ten of Swords here for my friends? We don't fear it. We just want to see it. What do we got? Okay. We have the Queen of Swords. So I'd say we're seeing almost every single divine feminine energy here. Once again, a lot of people showing up. You might be tied to an air sign. The Queen of Swords is extremely serious. I feel, yes, this could be someone hiding what they're feeling from a Ten of Swords because she is serious in her ways. And we saw it 2 weeks ago, a serious message, somebody being in that mode where they're taking no nonsense, where, hey, I don't want to go through a Ten of Swords again. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to give you any type of fluff. It's very honest, very straightforward. But someone's feelings might get hurt here. When I see the Ten of Swords with the Queen of Swords in the upright clarifying it, sure, some of you may have had a recent ending with an air sign. But aside from that, beware of someone getting their feelings hurt, literally. That's just the vibe it's giving me. Or someone being in this Queen of Swords mode to try to protect themselves from these Ten of Swords feelings. It's very mental in its own right too. And I want to mention it once again that we have a lot of people in this spread. So there could be a lot of different energies affecting you in this time. Okay. And yeah, this is a little bit of a warning here, especially when we're looking with all the people. I was already speaking about emotions up and down, someone being serious, trying to block away a Ten of Swords moment. You might need to heal from that, or whoever this is for might need to heal from that instead of trying to mask it with a stonewall face. So we're going to see what's up with this Hermit. Interesting vibe. Interesting vibe. A lot of people, a lot of different energies here. So why is the Hermit here for Leo? Thank you. Yeah, Five of Wands. And as I already said, this is somebody really not wanting any type of conflict or drama. This is somebody that is not wanting to get their nose stuck in someone else's drama. Now, yes, I'm dressed as a sunflower and I want to have a happy, flowery type of reading, but sometimes the messages do come through in a serious manner, in a serious way. Now, with the Five of Wands under the Hermit, it does talk about conflict, challenges from all angles, and we were touching on that a little earlier in the reading, someone who may have been through a lot of mess. If you're dealing with somebody who is in hermit mode, someone you haven't heard from in a while, someone who's hard to get a hold of, they could be just trying to avoid any type of conflict whatsoever. Even if there is no threat of real conflict, they might be in hermit mode because they just can't deal with that right now. Or, as I already said, that could be you going within, isolating a little bit just because you don't really have the energy or you don't want to mess around with other people's issues, other people's problems and drama. That's the vibe this is giving me. Now, of course, all this stuff could mean different things. There's a lot of different messages we could pull from every single one of these alignments. That's just the first thought that's popping off my mind. Okay? So we're going to go through and do a quick recap here before we get into your bonus spread. A lot going on. And I'll mention once again, just to pound that message home, there's a lot of people figures here. So either you're dealing with a lot of different people, a lot of different energies affecting you. But the Queen of Pentacles with the King of Cups in reverse, this could be emotions starting to solidify, things starting to get better. It can also be a warning about your emotions in general, that with him flipped upside down, it might be a little bit of roller coaster and up and down, like feeling happy one second, sad the next. It could be issues with a water sign as well, but as we push further, we have the Ten of Swords with the Queen of Swords. I feel like this could be somebody stonewalling, like acting like nothing's bothering them, nothing's wrong, really trying to be protective of themselves, especially if they've recently been through a Ten of Swords. They don't want to show how much it's affected them. It could, for some of you, been some sort of ending with an air sign for sure, but we still have that seriousness. Okay, so we have warnings here about emotions. We have warnings here about the mind. Pushing to the back end, we have the Hermit with the Five of Wands in the upright. Somebody trying to avoid conflict. Somebody not wanting drama. Somebody trying to hide from it, literally. Whether there is a threat of real drama or not, this is somebody that's like, all right, I can't deal with that right now, so I'm going to go be the Hermit for a little bit. So these are the vibes we're picking up on. A lot of different things here. Please take a screenshot if you'd like to look into it further, because I feel like with a spread like this, there could be a lot of valuable messages hidden within the cards. But for the sake of time, we're going to keep it moving. We're seeing what you got. What do we got for Leo, please? What does Leo need to hear from the universe? And I love ending every reading like this. You know that, because it's an optimistic way. And especially when we have a Ten of Swords showing up, we need all the optimism we could get. Am I right? Okay, we have big picture thinking. I love this card, especially if you are being affected by a lot of energies right now, if there's a lot of things going on in life. Let's get one more here. Having a perspective, seeing the big picture, the whole journey of life as a big picture. Okay, yeah, and we have this High Priestess vibe as well, the Star Keeper. I like her. And High Priestess is another energy that showed up big time in the Aries reading. So let's talk about this real quick. Big picture thinking, as you can hear by the title of the card, it talks about looking at the bigger perspective. Regardless of what situations you're going through, try to pull yourself back from your perspective and see the journey as a whole. See the things you've been through, whether it's been a Ten of Swords moment, a Five of Wands moment. Try to see what direction this might be pointing you towards. Even if things feel a little bleak right now, even if things feel a little rough. Hopefully a lot of you are feeling very optimistic, happy and bubbly. And that could bode very well when you're looking at the big picture of life and the journey to move forward. The literal meaning says Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So in this time, you might be getting a lot of flashes of inspiration, a lot of ideas coming into your head. I'd say that's a good thing. Now, moving over into the next card, Star Keeper, to me, as I already mentioned, feels very High Priestess-like to me, and it makes sense with the season we're in. An extra interest in spirituality, hidden knowledge, tarot, psychics, intuitives. This is very strong, so your intuition could be fired up in this time. The literal meaning of this card says cosmic ancestors, see the light by staying grounded. So once again, regardless of what you are or are not going through, grounding exercises could be very important for you. Whether it is meditation or getting some time in nature, the universe might want you to do that. So Leo, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. For the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Bonefire Tarot. It's a spooky deck, and I absolutely love it. It's really awesome with the art style. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are, because you absolutely love having your tarot cards read by a man sunflower. Second, you need to let me know down in the comments if you've ever had a paranormal experience of any kind, yes or no, and please feel free to share your experiences. I've been having a lot of fun reading those. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.